What happens next with Jim Harbaugh?
Boy, we talked to Ward Manuel, the AD at Michigan last night, and it sounds like he's prepared for an onslaught of NFL interest in Jim Harbaugh. And the way he put it is why wouldn't you be interested if you're an NFL team? The guy coached the NFL 4 years. He went to the NFC Championship game 3 times. He went to the Super Bowl once. So it makes perfect sense with all these openings. It does seem like that's an itch that Harbaugh wants to scratch. He interviewed with the Vikings 2 years ago, talked to the Broncos last year. So it makes sense. I asked Harbaugh about it last night. He's like, "Nah, I just want to enjoy this," but I do think that's coming.
You did ask him about if he wants to entertain the NFL?
Well, so he said he's allowed to sit at the big person's table at the family dinners now
Yeah.
because Jack Harbaugh had an FCS championship, a national championship. John Harbaugh has a Super Bowl, and now he's got a national title. So he can sit at the big person's table. I said, would you like to add a Super Bowl to that list? And he said, I just want to enjoy this, which is a perfectly fair answer.
Yeah, it just feels like, and I thought win or lose, he was going to go back to the NFL. Just feels like, maybe, and now he's even more attractive to, some of these owners who are going, I want somebody to come in and establish a culture. And Jim Harbaugh brings a culture with him. He has a style. We saw that, and it's a style that's very similar to what his brother has with the Ravens. And I'm sure Jim is going to want to try to replicate that again and maybe meet his brother, in an AFC title game or a Super Bowl.
Yeah, and maybe the lights don't go out this time, and maybe they don't. They finished 7 yards short of the goal line. They turned it over on down 7 yards short of the goal line in a 5-point game. That's how close he was. So, can you imagine being that close? Of course, you'd want to go back and do that. And by the way, the Ravens are the number 1 seed in the AFC. So if you like what John Harbaugh is doing and you just watch what Jim Harbaugh did, and what he did with this team was pretty spectacular in terms of team building and how they came together. The sign stealing stuff did nothing but make them come together because everybody was talking about them. Everybody was calling them cheaters, and they really rallied around each other. This was a group that, they were built to dominate like this, but it took that little extra where they came together, I think, just helped them more.
It feels like college football is similar to NASCAR, that you're not cheating until you get caught. You're always trying for an edge. I mean, is that fair to have that big a blanket to throw on the sport?
Yes, I think that's fair, and it's been a fair assessment of the sport for over 100 years. So they did get caught, though, and there's a kind of a code among the people in college football, like, don't be dumb enough to get caught. And they were.